Imagine a crowd of 490 million people. That is significantly larger than the entire population of the United States, and it represents the exact number of people subscribed to a single YouTube channel, generating tens of billions of views. That channel commands an estimated $5 billion valuation and recently secured the largest reality competition show in Amazon Prime's history. Yet the CEO behind this massive media conglomerate is a guy in his 20s from Greenville, North Carolina, who started out by filming himself in his bedroom. He didn't rely on a Hollywood agent, generational wealth, or traditional charisma to build this empire. He simply sat down and solved a math equation. In the early 2010s, success on YouTube relied heavily on personality. Creators uploaded daily vlogs, built a casual rapport with their viewers, and treated their monthly AdSense checks as personal income to buy houses and cars. Jimmy Donaldson looked at the exact same platform and saw raw data architecture. Every click, thumbnail, and view duration was a variable waiting to be cracked. This chart maps an audience retention curve, showing exactly when a viewer gets bored. Keeping this line as high as possible, especially in the first 30 seconds, became his total obsession. He developed a relentless cycle: take every single dollar generated by that high retention, feed it directly back into production, and force the metrics to scale upward. Going back to 2012, Donaldson was an introverted teenager spending his days isolated in his room, meticulously studying what made other videos go viral. His initial attempts to game the platform required very little actual effort. He ran a series called Worst Intros, where he simply recorded himself mocking the low-quality video introductions of other young creators. In 2017, he shifted tactics. He set up a camera, sat in a chair, and filmed himself counting all the way to 100,000. The process took 40 continuous hours. People didn't click on the video for the plot. They clicked and kept watching out of sheer morbid curiosity to see a human being push through tedious, agonizing endurance. That 40-hour marathon proved a valuable theory. Intense human effort could be perfectly converted into highly profitable audience retention. Shortly after, an app called Quid offered him his first major brand deal for $10,000. Instead of cashing the check, he went outside and handed the entire sum to a homeless man while the cameras rolled. This diagram illustrates the economic loop: collect sponsor money, execute a stunt, generate views, and demand larger sponsor money. By taking zero personal profit, his reach grew exponentially. But to keep the audience engaged, every new rotation requires a stunt significantly larger and more expensive. To keep viewers emotionally engaged as the stunts scaled into absurdity, he formed a recurring cast of childhood friends: Chandler, Carl, and Nolan. They served as relatable human anchors in the middle of these million-dollar spectacles. By locking himself into this cycle, Donaldson ceased being a standard content creator. He was operating as a capital allocator, managing a media fund powered entirely by human attention. By 2022, the financial pressure of the flywheel was staggering. Producing a single flagship video routinely cost over $1 million. This chart shows the immediate problem. A $1 million production cost completely eclipses the standard revenue paid out by YouTube's ad platform. The math no longer worked. To extract direct funding from his massive audience, he launched physical consumer goods. Brands like Feastables Chocolate and Lunchly Snap Kits bypassed digital ads and monetized his viewers right at the grocery store. With his physical businesses securing the baseline revenue, he took his mathematical approach to virality and applied it directly to the nonprofit sector. He engineered massive stunt philanthropy campaigns like Team Trees, Team Seas, and Team Water, pooling creator audiences to raise tens of millions of dollars to clear out physical debris and plant forests. A feedback loop designed to optimize video clicks was now powerful enough to physically alter ocean coastlines and stock international supermarket shelves. The rest of the digital economy noticed. The industry adopted MrBeastification, an aggressive editing style characterized by loud sound effects, fast cuts, and zero pauses, engineered strictly to prevent viewers from looking away. However, an exponential mathematical curve cannot rise forever in the physical world without generating severe friction. Former editors began describing a punishing, relentless work environment. Soon after, contestants on his massive Amazon reality show filed a class action lawsuit detailing unsafe sets, lack of food, and chronic mistreatment during production. Even his charitable videos drew heavy ethical scrutiny. Critics pointed out that curing blindness or handing out houses optimized systemic poverty into a highly profitable, metric-driven spectator sport. You can relentlessly tweak a digital database to maximize click-through rates, but when you apply that same infinite scaling pressure to finite human beings, the machine begins to break. Jimmy Donaldson started out as an isolated kid taking notes on how a website behaved. A decade later, he had mapped the definitive blueprint for the modern digital economy. He quantified human endurance, scaled stunts to industrial proportions, and proved that absolutely everything, from a charitable donation to a chocolate bar, can be packaged and sold if the pacing is fast enough. Human attention has become the single most lucrative resource on the planet, and one person figured out the exact formula to mine it.